Become a founding member of Podcast Envy. For more information, go to patreon.com/podcastenvy.
I guess we're supposed to believe that now we're recording. You know, he just hits a button and it's like, okay, here we go.
You ready for the intro?
Am I?
Here it comes.
The only podcast in your feed that rocks. This is Podcast Envy. Now, here's Bacon, Tim, and Brian.
Hey, everybody, it's Podcast Envy.
Ooh, that's us.
Was that you on the drums? That was sick, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm just out there smacking the skins like nobody's business.
Of course you are. So proud.
Another fine episode of Podcast Envy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Hanging me
Bacon
out to
gave a look
dry.
like,
I know.
guys.
Are you recording? Are you on?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Bacon,
Hey, what's up?
do we have any listener feedback?
We do have listener feedback.
Thank goodness. I was getting sad without him.
It's
Yeah?
my favorite segment.
It is.
I love it.
Yeah.
We've gotten some good letters.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, so here's a Dear Podcast Envy crew. The most recent episode with Dion was really fun. Dion's whole vibe, humble, funny, and clearly a talented guy, really hit. As someone who also grew up in church music, I understand that pressure he talked about. It's good to see how those early lessons shaped his style today. And I had to laugh at the nobody bangs like a drummer line, classic Podcast Envy humor. Thanks for spotlighting local artists. Podcast Envy rocks. It's from Yeelin in Springfield,
Oh, nice.
Virginia.
Super local.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right?
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Second one, thank you. No dear anything, just jumps right in. Thank you for calling out the parking when gigging situation in DC. I've left shows with less than that in my Venmo. It's the musician struggle. The fact that the places you play don't seem to factor in what is oof.
Oh, talking about the $50
Yeah,
parking. Yeah.
I guess that's what
Yep.
he's talking about. I'm going to take that again. Thank you for calling out the parking when gigging in DC. I've left shows with less than $50 in my Venmo. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the musician struggle. The fact that the places you play don't even seem to factor in that parking situation is really disappointing. I'm retired now, but when I was gigging, it was a grind. Cheers from Neil.
Certainly is.
Okay.
Thanks, Neil, for appreciating the struggle.
That's right.
It is real.
The last one we have from Stephanie. She doesn't say exactly where, but she says she's from the DMV, so that's cool.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Appreciate you listening.
Warm regards.
Yeah. Just kidding.
Dear Podcast Envy, the way you told that mosh pit story was great. You captured the exact feeling of thinking, I got this, then immediately realizing you absolutely do not got this.
Oh, yeah.
Love Brian's storytelling. It's raw, funny, and makes us feel like we're all hanging out after a show.
That should make you feel good.
That does, because you guys hate my storytelling. See? I may not be for you, but I'm for someone.
There you go.
buddy. Well, thank you, Stephanie. We appreciate your opinion, even though it's wrong.
Oh, shush, Stephanie. You and I are good.
Well, his stories are good. You just got to hit the fast forward a little bit, and then you get to the end, and it's like, oh, there we go. We wrapped it up into
What
a
else
nice,
does that remind
pretty
you
little
of?
bow.
Just get to the good stuff.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of getting to the good stuff, we had a pretty great gig this weekend.
We did.
That's right. We were back in Dewey.
Yeah, up at Rusty Rudder.
Yep.
We get to do our acoustic trio action
Yeah.
up there out on their back patio deck area overlooking the water. Started off as a beautiful day.
Hot.
The
Yeah.
sun was out. It wasn't super hot though. You know, the air was kind of breezing through, which is nice again, being right there on the water for that. Yeah, we had a great 1.5 sets.
Yeah.
You know,
And then the storm came rolling in.
it was like watching those boats out there made me realize how unfit I would be to be any kind of sailor
Well, I was
out
just
on the water.
I was amazed because it was a thunderstorm, lightning striking around, and these people are running out to their boats, you know, moving them this way, that way. The waves are
Gotta get the
crashing.
Yeti cooler.
Oh yeah, that one almost fell off.
Yeah.
And then Ollie Williams was there. It was like, it's raining sideways. You know, I mean, it was pouring.
It was
Yeah.
pouring. Yeah.
It's pretty intense. I took a quick video of it, and that didn't capture even
No.
a quarter of what was going on with all of our equipment. I mean, your cymbals were falling all over the ground,
Yep.
and
And they were soaking wet by the time we
Yeah.
packed up. Yeah.
we had to get towels for our
Your
equipment.
rug was soaked.
Yeah. It dried out pretty quickly, though.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, it smells now, so I'll probably have to wash it. But
Yeah.
I think it smelled more from the stuff it soaked up from the ground it was on versus
Probably.
the rain itself.
Probably.
It's also from China.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're set. So it's probably full of lead. So
But that was fun. I don't remember the last time we all carpooled to a gig, and I got to say that was probably the most fun I've had in a long time. Just laughing my tail off.
yeah, that was pretty
Like
fun.
we had a great time going up and back.
yeah.
Yeah. It was a good ride. And it was kind of a perfect day to drive, it being a Sunday and us going in when people are leaving.
Yep.
So we didn't hit any traffic. We just got to cruise, have a good time. No one was lamenting the traffic or anything like that. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
Big truck.
Big
Yeah, big truck.
Yeah, Bacon introduced us to some new songs.
Yeah.
We'll have to look it up because that's new to me. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Big Truck. I think it's a brewing company, right? Wasn't it Big Truck
Oh yeah.
Brewing?
Yeah, we saw that, and then that got Bacon's music brain going.
Right. We should message them though, Bacon, from our account, the Podcast Envy account, and ask them if that's their theme song, and if not, heavily suggest
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
absolutely. You're 100% right. This is that song.
Big truck.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, you know. It's a nice little bit of guitar.
Takes you back.
There it is.
If you guys want to know what the name of the song is, it's
Coming.
Daffodils.
coming up right now.
I
Oh,
fooled
I
you.
thought he said it again. Damn it.
Big truck.
This came out in like late 90s, early 2000s. And it's a song hanging out with my friends when I was in my 20s. But that's what song goes through my head whenever I see a big, scary like dump truck that's spitting rocks all over the place. And I'm always like, big truck.
Big truck.
You know?
Just makes me wonder if they were like asking their kids or other people's kids, like, hey, if you could write a song, what would you write a song about? Big truck.
Well, the
And they'd
song,
be like, yeah,
the song is actually
Write that
about,
down.
we got a whole album coming up.
The song is actually about one of the band, I think it might be the bass player, her actual fear of like driving on the road next to big trucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think it really changes my perception of the song.
Big truck.
I love trucks, you know, and on the way when we were driving, I asked the guys because I am a fan of trains. I like trains.
Right.
Mhm.
And I
No,
just-
that's right. I think that
Yeah.
was, yeah.
Yeah, that was something you guys laughed at me about for about 35 minutes.
No, come on.
No.
We like Twains too.
Yeah, Meet Virginia. That's a good song.
Yeah. That's
Sorry.
about it. Drops of Jupiter.
There you go.
Sorry, I was
I
slow
was
on
waiting.
that one. I
was
know.
waiting. I needed help.
That's my train humor, I guess.
Hey.
Damn it.
Well, what's your favorite kind of train, Bacon?
Yeah.
I really like the old school steam locomotives.
You like the guys that are dripping in sweat, throwing coal in the old fire engine.
Yeah. Like,
We need to go faster. Shovel faster. We're running out of coal. That's your kind of thing.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I would hope that we're fully stocked of coal, with
Right.
coal rather. But yeah, I mean, like I went to Strasburg Railroad in Pennsylvania with Brody a couple years ago because he likes trains too. And they
Well,
had
it's
a
nice when
special,
you could do the tours,
Yeah.
you know, in like the scenic on the side of the mountain kind of thing.
and it's really cool. In that on that tour, they take you like to this Amish. They're through this Amish field, and they stop you and they say, "There's a ghost train out there," and they tell a whole story about how this ghost train, and then they honk, and then like the echo of the train makes it sound like it's the train in the distance. It's cool. Anyway, but
Now,
that
you
day,
knew that, but do they explain it that way?
No.
Okay, so the kids are like, oh,
Yeah, they're like, oh, they can get the train. Yeah,
Dad.
And Brody looks at you and you're like,
yeah,
No.
pretty much. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Why are you doing everything, Dad?
It's because I love Twains.
Okay, you can't be lying about
I know
my
everything
Twains.
about Twains.
And the day I took Brody, actually, there was a special engine that came, and it was like it really looked like a bullet with wheels on.
Like a kazoo.
it was really cool. Does the kazoo look like a bullet, man?
Kind of.
yeah.
I mean,
Hey, he had a kazoo shirt on
at
this weekend.
Dewey.
Yeah. Keep calm, kazoo on.
I love it.
Yeah.
I got that at the kazoo factory in North Carolina.
There's an actual kazoo factory.
Yeah. You don't
Wait,
remember?
it's-
I talked about it
No,
on
no,
the podcast.
I thought it was in PA, not North Carolina.
No, actually, I think it's in South Carolina. Sorry.
Oh, because
Yeah.
if it's in Outer Banks, we're going this year.
Yeah. Not that far.
And
from
we're
Outer
going to
Banks.
take a big truck.
Big truck.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
we
sorry.
can load up a ton of kazoos.
Oh, yeah, because you want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a bullet train
And that's all I had to say.
that doesn't look like a kazoo.
Yeah, it was really cool looking and it was special and neat.
Nice.
That's all.
Nice.
Now, does the bullet-shaped train mean that it's faster, or is it just a different design, or
I
what?
mean, it's more aerodynamic, so I'd imagine it's faster.
But isn't the track the same?
yeah, but less wind resistance results in faster movement, I would assume. I mean, I'm no engineer.
Sure. No, I mean,
I
that
don't know
part makes
physics.
sense. But I feel like, aren't there speed limits on trains as there might be on roads for cars?
Only on specific, if they're driving through a town or if they're coming up on a curve.
You would know, you Twain expert.
I'm telling you, and I love trains. I know all about them.
That's cool.
I blame my grandfather. He had a huge Lionel train setup
Set.
when I was a kid, and he turned his whole den into a big H&O or B&O, whatever it was called, train with like the town and at the Alps, like the whole
Well,
grass.
that's almost like a Christmas village.
yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
much what he did.
Yeah. That's cool.
That is awesome. My dad growing up, he had the racetrack, with the controllers, but it was like the old school
Yeah.
where you could literally go a speed that the car's not meant to go and it will fly right off the track.
Yep.
Or you'll go so fast within its capability and it doesn't fly off, but it heats up and then it starts to like smoke. My brother and I used to test its limits all the time, and my dad would get so pissed.
I'm surprised you wouldn't like tie things to have it like run over or ramp off or. Do
We
anything
probably
like
did
that?
stuff like that. I mean, that was so long ago. I'm just remembering like basic stuff.
One year for Christmas, we got a board, it was metal, and it had a football field on it, and had end zones on each end. You plug it in, you put your plastic people on the field, and you push the power button, and it
Oh,
vibrates, so it makes all the players.
Yeah, I think it's called like
People-
electric football.
Yeah.
People bet on that.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it was just some cheap toy that we got.
No, it's genius.
Oh man, because I would remember watching like all they're doing is shaking around. They don't even really. It's stupid game.
It's
Yeah.
the chaotic,
Yeah.
environment of it.
Oh, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Apparently.
What was it called again? What was the brand or the name of it?
I
Do
think
you
it was
remember?
electric football.
That's what it was called.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
so. I could be wrong.
Not to be confused with Electric Avenue.
Ooh. We
Yeah.
got a rock.
Two. Come on, wake up, everybody.
Well,
Like
we will be
Wheeling
back. We'll be back in Dewey in August.
Yeah, yeah, we will.
Yep.
Big gigs coming up. We've got the Vets for Vets
Yes.
coming up on July 19th.
Indeed.
Yes.
And that's where we essentially donate our time to play music for this huge charity event that they do. Everybody brings we've done this now. This is like our 6th year, I think, where it's open to anyone. And it's not exclusive to Corvettes, but that was the original idea. And then they've expanded over the years. But yeah, if you've got a classic car and you want to just come hang out and enter in the competition, I think it's $20 entry. They talk about all their sponsors and those that have donated. And it's another one of our favorite events that we do every year.
Yeah.
And then, in August,
we're back
we'll
in
be
Dewey.
back at Rusty Rudder, baby.
That's
Heck
right.
Yeah.
We might be wearing hoodies back then or during that time. What do you think?
August 16th.
I don't know.
Maybe it's jeans weather. What do you think?
Could be one of those. At least you can take the
jeans and
hoodie
hoodies.
off.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Take your pants off?
No.
Well, if they're tearaways. There you go.
For those that don't recall, or maybe I don't know if we've talked about it.
Did we? I think we
I'm pretty
talked
sure
about
we
it.
did. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's no way I would have lived
I
that
think
down.
we talked about it, and then we talked about Bacon having to go down the street to get $50 shorts.
Yeah.
But it was one of the fastest shopping experiences I've ever been involved with.
Yeah. Go
Hey.
in, go out.
Do you have pants but shorter versions over here? Yeah, I'll take them.
Yep.
How much? I have cash.
I don't care. Here.
Yeah. Just get me out of these jeans. I
Yep.
had to peel myself out of them. It was gross.
No, but that's going to be fun. So we're looking forward to that. That's, I think, August 16th that we're back at the Rusty Rudder.
And if you also have a private event or something that you recommend that, we should get connected with to perform, let us know. I mean, we've got a couple other smaller things happening between now and then too. Bacon and I are doing a little duet for the Shenega Mios private event.
Yeah.
For their company, which is pretty cool. And I think we have a couple other things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're looking for the radio, if you're looking for a good time and an acoustic trio that knows no bounds, all the energy fueled by tequila and good times,
There you go.
we're in.
We've also added some new covers. Some of them the both of you play, but I got kind of added into that. But I know that we've also at our last practice kind of threw around some additional covers.
Yeah.
I wonder if if the audience is interested, if maybe we practice them live on the podcast. If there's enough interest, please, Bacon, how do they get a hold of us?
Feedback at podcastenv.com.
That's right.
Ooh,
Feel free to reach
baby.
out to us. We'd love to maybe do some live stuff. Let's
Yeah.
do some live music on the podcast. So if y'all are interested, reach out, let us know. We could have a practice on the pod.
Practice on the pod.
Look what I just did.
That's
There it is.
fantastic.
Look what I just did.
Yeah, we were tossing around the idea of maybe doing some video footage of us on our next road trip to Dewey
Yes.
Yeah.
to like put the cameras in the car and you guys can kind of see, what it's like with us just being silly, having a good time on
bunch
the
of
way to a
dorks.
gig.
Yeah.
They would be rolling, man.
Yeah.
We got 2.5, 3 hours. Might as well do something with it.
I gotta pee.
It's just courtesy to let the
That's
people
great.
around you know.
Yes.
We're just sitting listening to music. Next thing you know, Bacon out of nowhere. Like he's got Tourette's. I gotta pee.
And he did it he turned his head like he was avoiding eye contact too. I got to pee.
Yeah. Almost like he was hoping one of us would be like, "Ooh, me too.
Very, very much
Yes, please."
So the questions were, is it an emergency? No. Are you sure? Because I'll pull over right now. No. Can you hold it and please don't pee in my car? Yes.
so. I was fine until we got to the
Yeah,
place.
yeah, you
but
were fine.
I just, put it out there in case anybody was
Right.
matching my vibe,
You could have texted the group. You could have.
Big truck.
You could have. Yeah.
Gotta pee.
You could have done the super introverted thing and just texted the group so that it like pinged on the GPS. Like, oh, Bacon said something. I have to pee.
I'll even add the emoji where I'm looking away if there is one. Yeah.
Oh man, that was good. A lot of funny moments. That was funny.
I think Tim, you said this and I concur. It's the hardest I've laughed in a long time.
Yeah.
was
We
in the
had a
car.
couple good
And I don't even remember
belly laugh
some
moments.
of what we were laughing about. It just was, I think, just so spur of the moment. Just us, the three of us, just going back and forth. But it was good.
All right. So we should record it next time we go
Yeah,
up.
I'm 100% on board. I have a GoPro we can
Yeah, I do
use.
too.
Nice.
Yeah, we
we'll
can
have a couple cams.
make
Yeah.
that work.
Bacon, you
Couple
got
different angles.
you got some.
We could set it up. Like we could talk about like a whole list of things that we could do, like little car karaoke,
Hmm.
Yeah, Apple Music has a karaoke feature on it now that's gotten monumentally better in the last couple of releases. So it's
Can
like,
we integrate it to the GPS so
You
that
probably
while
can.
I'm driving, I'm like reading lyrics?
that would be cool.
Have
if
I
you could,
gotten
though.
to 50 yet?
Oh.
Where's 50?
Damn it, I missed
Am
it.
I there yet? I feel like I've missed it. Guys, I think I've missed our turn.
Oh, wait.
Nope, we're good. We're
3.5
good. Another
miles
3.5
left.
miles. We're
Have you
good.
guys seen that truck? Have you seen the truck?
Big trucks.
I just have that feeling I missed it, guys. Sorry.
You know when your body just goes cold and you're like, oh, it's like that sinking feeling. Like, damn it, we're gonna have to take like a 30-minute detour.
Yes.
We're going to have to go all the way around the Beltway
Yeah.
just to make it back.
That's where
I was
my.
kidding. We weren't.
Do you have to
That's
take
where I was.
south? Is south right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's, I feel
But
like
that's
it's
the
wrong.
thing.
Did-
No.
No, but
because-
we just,
yeah.
way we got there was south. But now we're coming back south.
You take south,
But do we take it east?
and then it turns east, and then you take south on the way back. That's what messed me up.
I mean, honestly, it's confusing, that part of
It
the
is.
area.
Can you believe that guy just cut over 3 lanes? Brian, I believe we just did that to get to this exit here.
Big truck.
That's just a couple of snippets.
Yeah, it was a good time. The show.
Bacon, you got any current news for us?
I don't really have anything. Oh, you know what? I do have something newsy.
Ooh, okay. Breaking news.
So Apple this year is coming.
I mean, if you were going
right.
to push any buttons, I'll push one.
Thanks. So according to The Verge, the news site The Verge, Apple Music is celebrating its 10-year anniversary by launching a replay all time. It's a personalized playlist highlighting each user's most played tracks since joining the platform. Available now. It's actually available now in Apple Music at the Home tab. This throwback feature lets subscribers relive their music journey dating back to the service's 2015 debut. In addition, Apple Music Radio, is counting down the top 500 most streamed songs of the past decade, unveiling 100 songs per day starting July 1st. So that started today. We're recording on July 1st.
So is it both, I guess, global, but also personalized?
Yeah.
Okay.
I looked at my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this kind of like them doing their own version of the Spotify Wrapped kind of thing?
I think it's different. I think it's a 10-year span.
Well, this is, again, specific to what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Very similar.
That's pretty cool. I'm interested because so I've been in and out of
Gross.
Apple Music. Oh, come on. Not physically bacon. There was a point in time where I lost my account, my Apple Music account. And
Was it taken over by Al Qaeda too?
Probably.
Facebook account.
Everybody's out to get me. But I then wasn't able to access songs that I'd purchased, right? And they were like, or songs that I had downloaded from my albums to my library or whatever. And so I had to go back and either repurchase them or re-download, off of the CDs, the physical copy CDs that I
That's
had.
whack.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it was a long time ago, and I imagine they've figured it out since then. But I haven't also been back to Apple Music in probably 10 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd mostly just do Spotify because somebody else pays for my account.
It's funny. There's
Big truck.
there's a lot of songs that are not on Apple Music that are on other platforms.
Well, I feel like each has their own license to certain songs.
Yeah.
Some of them blend and then others don't.
Yeah.
And they're specific to one or the other.
Yeah.
That's why I would imagine there are so many platforms. Like when you asked me about Deezer, and I was like, the only reason why I know Deezer is because, what are you going to say? Come on, you're holding something back.
I am holding it back because it's not appropriate.
You were gonna say nuts.
Deezer nuts.
These are my nuts.
I knew
Not
it.
appropriate
I
bacon.
knew it. That was Michael Bacon.
Stricken from the record.
Yep, taking it out.
But there are, I don't know, there are probably like 30 platforms. But yeah, each one has like their own license agreement with the respective companies, or I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Okay.
Did you say the company names were CD Baby and DistroKid?
Those are two of the primary ones that we've used.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you think that CD Baby would grow up to be DistroKid?
DistroKid, and then DistroKid to
Taking all your money, adult.
yeah. You broke
Yeah.
adult. I don't know. Yeah. They each one's different. But yeah, I think there are like 3 primary ones. And it is funny that you mentioned that because I've never thought about it like that before. CD Baby.
Mm-hmm.
CD Baby. Yo, I'm DistroKid.
I drive a big truck.
I never thought that song would have such so much life, would grow its own legs.
You sound like the villain in Inspector Gadget.
Well,
when you say that.
I know.
Yeah.
Since we could do the voice,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I just want to do it all the time. There it is.
Yay!
Stay locked in. We'll be right back with more Podcast Envy.
What's that?
So I recently got a new car, and one of the things I did not do is check the horn.
Oh no.
The other day I had
Does
to
it
use
go?
it goes, and that's about how loud it is too.
This is like
Oh, you were so psyched about this car.
Yeah,
There's always something.
yeah.
Don't ever get a used car thinking that it's going to be perfect.
I didn't want it to be
There's
perfect.
always something.
I just didn't want it to have a horn that didn't work.
okay. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
so
man.
what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna have to get it fixed, I guess.
How?
I don't know if it'll pass.
What does that
inspection.
mean? The horn?
Yeah.
No, all it has to do is make a noise.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, then I
It
guess I'm
doesn't
not gonna
have-
get it fixed.
It doesn't have to register in a certain decibel level. You know what you should do?
What's that?
Change
Because
it.
you can customize your horn.
Yes,
you
Yeah.
can
change
replace it with whatever you want. You should replace it with our intro music.
Oh, yeah.
And every time you hit it, it starts it over.
Yeah.
Love it.
Are you ready for some interesting,
Oh boy.
not exciting but truths?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, Timmy, why don't you go first?
Ooh, I'd love to go first. Did you boys know that wearing a tie can reduce blood flow to the brain by 7.5%?
What?
Yes, a study in 2018 found that wearing a necktie can reduce the blood flow to your brain by up to 7.5%, which can make you feel dizzy, nauseous, and cause headaches.
Probably orgasm a little bit harder too.
They can also increase the pressure in your eyes if on too tight and are great at carrying germs. So we're all working on.
Great at carrying germs.
Yes.
Talk about burying the lead.
Yeah.
I'm never wearing a tie again.
Yes, I know.
Because they never get washed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Probably have tons of stains and weird crap on them.
Yeah. Well, some of us are going back to the office, so
What is
break out the ties.
Why would you wear your tie too tight? That would be so uncomfortable.
I don't know.
And if you're old enough, it gives you that weird, like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like it sits like right on the Adam's apple too.
Yeah,
I always have to get the dress shirts that are longer or like
Wider.
wider. Thank
Yeah,
you.
You're welcome.
There we go.
All right. You have a good one?
I think so.
All right, do it.
All right.
All right.
So the word cuddle in the animal name cuttlefish, it comes from the Old English word cuddle, which is spelled C-U-D-E-L-E, which means cuttlefish. This shows that sayings like ATM machine and PIN number is not a recent occurrence, an example of something, it's a social language phenomenon called RAS syndrome. RAS syndrome is an acronym for redundant acronym syndrome. So you're saying redundant acronym syndrome when you say RAS syndrome.
Oh yeah. People do that a lot.
Gosh.
Yeah. That happens.
I'm glad we finally got to the end on that one.
Well, it's just interesting. There's just a name for it, and it's actually what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody, like a lot of people will make this point about the word or the phrase PIN number. Why PIN number, personal identification number. I don't like it when people point that out because let me tell you something. I used to work in the bank, and when you had to ask people to put their PIN in, they're like, I don't have a pen. Or, you know what I mean? So you have
So
to
it's
be.
like the more you can explain it, the
Yeah.
swifter this interaction goes.
So I always say PIN number just because I'm so programmed to say it. But
Okay.
Sure.
I don't know. That's just my thought.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So
And this has been not exciting, but true.
Mm-mm-mm.
What about you, Brian?
Well, it being last minute, I was trying to come up with something.
Okay.
Just kidding.
So you're going to tell us your PIN number?
Yeah.
hey,
There you go.
I was trying to come up with something recent, and one of my initial fleeting thoughts was the Snow White remake.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to think, is it the worst Disney movie that was ever made? Turns out it's not, or worst received.
Okay.
There are many others.
Really?
So mine's in two parts. Chicken Little apparently is one of the worst Disney movies ever.
I don't know that I've ever seen it all the way through. Might be a reason for that.
I remember seeing, it came out in 2005. I remember seeing it. I don't remember much of it. But I remember it being funny, silly. I mean, I don't know.
That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You were a different person then.
Yeah,
was.
for sure.
Yeah.
Now,
I think I would judge that person.
I would judge that person. Hey, can you get it together? We're doing a lot of cool things right now, but it took us a while to get there. Maybe you could wisen up. It's no Rockadoodle. Do you guys remember that movie?
No.
Nope.
Rockadoodle. I mean, it's kind of like I don't know. I guess whatever that
Whatever
commercial
that
is.
That was Yahoo.
Yeah. But so he used to say Rockadoodle. He was a rooster and he would bring the sunshine. He was like Elvis. And then I don't know, long story. It was one of those movies that started off as a live action and then they put the kid in the cartoon, kind of like Cool World with Brad Pitt and a couple other movies, I guess.
Roger
Anyway,
Rabbit.
good movie. Look it up, Roger Rabbit. Fantastic example. Another awesome movie I've seen a million times. Look up Rockadoodle. It's worth it.
All right.
I would probably watch it again right now,
Okay.
but that's not where we're going with this.
But not Chicken Little.
Chicken Little. I think I'm good on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't.
All right.
I don't think it left an impression on me. But what I did find, looking up random Disney stuff, not exciting but true. Selena Gomez is older than Cardi B.
Really?
Yep. And Justin Bieber is older than Post Malone. You might think otherwise,
has
just
been
based off
not
of
exciting,
appearances, but yeah.
But true.
Anyway, so that's my not exciting but true.
That's interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have picked that, especially the Bieber one.
Yeah,
Never know.
certainly not exciting, but definitely true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Salma Hayek is timeless, just so we're clear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
So Inside Nova came out with their 2025 Best of Prince William County.
Oh, yeah?
In breaking news,
Are we on it?
breaking news. Radio Envy was not voted your
No.
top
I
musician
don't
or
think
band
so.
in Prince William County.
I know who
Unreal.
it was.
Who?
Laura Cashman.
Ah.
No,
Oh, no. What was
Oh.
she then?
the Leroy Burks Band
What?
is the top band
Is that Lavi's
and
band?
musician. Yes, it is.
Again?
Was it
Again.
nominated?
Yes.
Is this how we buy votes? I've never heard of them playing locally or seen them.
I've never seen
Yeah.
him either. Or even seen advertisements for him. You're right.
Best going into cuisine, best Asian cuisine is our boys, Lume.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was a good one. Best bar, Two Silos.
Okay.
The best barbecue is The Bone. We're familiar with them.
Mm-hmm.
Best brewery. You're going to make fun of how I do this, but
Sade.
no.
Oh.
Close. Is it Truvi?
Oh,
Did I get it right?
close.
Say it.
Actually, no. Yeah, you're right.
I
It
did?
is Truvi.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're right by me.
I got a story about them in a second.
Okay. So they won best, and they're pretty new, right? They're only
They are.
been around a year or two.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said best bar was Two Silos. Do they
Best
serve
bar.
liquor at that there? They just sell beer, don't they?
Their outside bar, I think, has liquor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'll allow it. Because if they were just a brewery and they were being called best bar,
But they also have, there's three things happening on campus. You've got Black Sheep, which is a bar and restaurant.
Which one? Best romantic and fine dining.
Nice. And then their outside bar is like their barbecue pit bar, which I think they serve liquor there.
Which
And then-
won best outdoor dining? Two
Wow.
Silos.
They got 3 awards.
3 awards on property.
I mean, it's a campus.
I mean, they're doing great things there, except for one, they're not inviting us to play.
Who else?
And
Where-
one last thing I want to
Yeah.
bring up. Our friends over at Preston's Pub,
Yeah.
they got best wings.
Ooh.
So I think we might have to go
I
plan a
know.
visit over there.
Yeah.
So congratulations to them and congratulations to everybody that won
Yeah.
Best of 2025 in Prince William County.
I have something else. Want to hear it?
Not exciting, but true.
No, this is actually something that was sent to me by somebody that I know.
Okay.
And
I got to
just-
pee.
I don't know. You may have come across it. I don't know, but you just have to hear this. Okay, so he's arguing in front of the panel. It's 2 women and 1 man.
Separate.
I
Let's
don't
go
know.
with what happened in the case.
Honey, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That I don't know what to say to that. I apologize.
Okay, go ahead.
The question here is what happened. I'm sorry, I've just been totally thrown by
Yeah, I
my
can
mistake.
imagine. I can imagine. I'm a little thrown by that also, if I'm being
Oh,
honest.
she's going to
Your Honor,
dive right into that.
I don't know what to say.
I would
It's just
too.
Okay, well, go ahead. You've only got 1 minute and 7 seconds left.
The question here.
What's the visual?
Okay, so to his defense, on his way to court that day, he was listening to Joe Downer and Joe Downer's song Honey. So I think that's where it kind of
I think it might have been the back-to-back songs between Honey and Honey Love,
Oh, that's true too.
Valid
Maybe
point.
right? I mean, he's like, well, what are my two favorite artists to listen to on the way to work? Oh,
Right.
Joe Downer, Brian Johnson with the Radio Envy Boys. You know?
yeah. So to his defense, maybe that happened. Go ahead, Megan. Sorry.
What's the context? Yeah.
So he's arguing in court and
About what?
he's going. I don't know.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's not pertinent.
But he calls one of them honey.
He calls the female judge. He's kind of got a back and forth going. It's kind of a tense back and forth, but it's not like
Yeah.
they're not being mean. And
Well, it sounded kind of sweet though. I mean, he called her honey.
if I did that, I would just walk into the sea. I mean, I just cannot imagine just being in court and knowing these people and your client. You know, you're doing your best for your client, and you slip up and say honey. A lot of people were like, "Is that how he talks to his wife?" And I'm like, "No, it's probably how he talks to his daughter." Who he has probably a lot of issues with because of like little kids. No, honey, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we always want to think like the thing that is less negative, right?
Right.
You know, we want to give them the benefit of the doubt and be like, because I've been there before a million times where I'm like, okay, I just need to walk away from this conversation. But when it's your job,
Yeah.
If I was the client and I heard that, I would do the Stewie Griffin like upside down face, like look at like what are
You
we
can-
what?
you can return that Venmo retainer.
Yeah, right.
All right.
I would walk up to the bench, grab the gavel, and just hammer my way to China. I immediately
Cuckoo,
like
cuckoo.
related to that guy. Like, oh shit, he's just so like that video cuts off, but in longer versions of it I've seen, he basically just shuts down and says, I was just so thrown, I'm just going to sit down, and he just sits down.
Wow.
Stay locked in. We'll be right back with more Podcast Envy.
My body is feeling every bit of its years of age.
I hear you. Speaking of years of age, the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson, he died at 82 years of age.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very sad. It makes me think, because this is how I see everything through the yacht rock lens, obviously.
Okay.
Because a lot of the musicians that played on Pet Sounds and like other albums by other artists at the time, there's like studio musicians that filled in. There's one very famous bass player. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but she definitely played on Beach Boys albums. They ended up being like parents or mentors of the next generation of studio musicians, which ended up being in the yacht rock era. So a lot of the musicians are related in that way. I just think that's kind of a cool little family thing. And you can learn more about that from the yacht rock doc on HBO.
Like that 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
You saw them in concert just last year, right,
I did
Brian?
actually, yeah.
But he wasn't there, was he?
I can't remember. I want to say yes.
Okay. You were more interested in
one
John
of them
Stamos being there.
Yeah, Uncle Jesse, baby. No, it was a great show, but it was definitely kind of eye-opening. I went into it because another friend of mine, Jack Labadie, who we've had on the show here, he has loved the Beach Boys forever. I have too, since I was a kid, but I guess, I don't know. I think certain people pay attention to different details,
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't look it up. I was just like, hey, I'm going to get to go see the Beach Boys with, some of my favorite people on the planet.
Yeah.
And showed up there, and John Stamos was the drummer. And then I quickly realized, I was like, man, everybody looks so young. And then, we were talking about it, and most of the artists that were out there playing with them were their kids or cousins or nephews or whatever. I know that John Fogerty has done that with his kids, and a couple other big name artists. So yeah, it was kind of eye opening. I want to say it was Brian Wilson, but
Okay.
I don't know for sure.
It wasn't. It was Mike Love and Bruce Johnston.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of them was on the keys,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mike
the other
Love.
one was playing guitar, I think.
Yeah, and Mike Love sings.
Okay.
So, what were you guys doing at the age of 23?
During the day or at night? Hey.
Brian Wilson wrote Pet Sounds at the age of 23. Probably one of the greatest albums of all time,
Yeah.
Well,
arguably. At the age of 23,
must be nice.
can you, wouldn't it be nice?
Hey.
There we go. Thank you.
If we were cooler, hanging out with Brian Wilson in the studio.
So, what's your favorite Beach Boys song, Brian?
there are so many.
No,
I
just
think
pick
my.
numero.
Can I give
what's
you
your
an
favorite?
album?
No, I want your favorite song.
I don't know. I can't say that I have a favorite song.
What about you, Bacon?
Moving on.
I think Little Deuce Coupe is my favorite.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that they did the same thing for, they took that song and did Little Saint Nick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Isn't
Yeah.
that what they did?
I don't know if that's exactly
It's kind of
one, but
along
yeah,
the same
they're all
kind of
the
line.
same.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, Billboard came out with the top 20 Beach Boys songs.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to
Yes.
hear this list.
So, any guesses on what would be the top song?
Maybe one of my favorite songs off of my favorite album of theirs is on it.
What was your favorite album, Brian?
Still Cruising.
Okay. What song would that be?
A song that I think might be on there.
Mhm.
Kokomo.
Kokomo is not in the top 20.
Really?
Mhm.
In the top 20, In My Room.
In My Room, 17.
Boom.
Get Around. I Get Around.
Do you?
That's number 4.
Surfing
I
in the
mean-
USA.
Number 20.
Boom.
Wow. Yeah, number 4, number 20. Boom.
Any others?
God Only Knows.
Number 1.
Yeah, there
Wow. Well, you just played that one,
it is.
didn't
Yeah,
you?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Paul McCartney said that that's one of his favorite songs
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
God
From
only
anyone.
knows what. Is it what or where? What I'd
do.
be without you.
Mhm.
What about Somewhere in Japan?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
How about Barbara Ann?
No.
What?
Mm-mm.
I swear I thought that was Adam Sandler. That would be great.
One of my favorites is number 2, Good Vibrations.
Oh, yep. That makes sense.
Yep.
They play
My
a,
brain would have gotten there eventually.
a theremin in Good Vibrations. Didn't you know?
I did
Say
not
it
know
again.
that.
The theremin. It's the woo woo.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know the name of it. Yeah.
Round out the top 5.
Okay. So number 3, Don't Worry, Baby.
That's one of Jack's favorites. And actually, I think Mackenzie covers that.
That's a good song.
Number 4, you said I Get Around. Number 5, California Girls.
Mm-hmm. We tried to do that one justice.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. This one's on Still Cruising.
Nice.
Didn't you have a cassette tape of
I still
that?
do. Yeah.
You still have it? Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's right. I remember we were jamming out to that going to a gig.
Oh, yeah. Well, so
You remember that?
I actually have video of Tim and I in the Jeep.
Yes.
Oh, really?
With the original cassette deck that
Yes.
came with the Jeep. Yeah, that's true.
I remember that.
There is video of us
somewhere.
singing along to that album. But I still have the Jeep, but I've since replaced it with a CD player
Right.
and Bluetooth. But the Mercedes, the 78 Mercedes, has a tape deck in there.
Yeah.
And so I have that. I have all my tapes in there.
And if you're interested in that or any other cars, go to revscars.com.
Don't.
Let's see. When I Grow Up,
I don't know that song.
Caroline No.
I don't know that one either.
I just wasn't made for these times.
I know, but that's why we're here talking about them together.
Wild Honey.
Okay.
Fun, fun, fun.
Oh,
Fun,
that's
fun, fun.
yep. Fun, fun, fun. Till my daddy takes a T-bird away. Boom, boom,
Go ahead.
boom, 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 boom.
This is when I grow up.
I don't think I know this one. You know the song that you
Those
played
vocals.
earlier, the number one,
Wow.
the God only knows where I be. I only remember that song, or I think I only really knew that that song was theirs and existed because of the Big Love TV show that was on HBO
Yeah.
a million years ago, and that was their intro song.
Oh, no way.
Mm.
Yeah,
Surfer Girl.
just took me back.
She Knows Me Too Well.
Nope,
Surf's Up.
nope.
Help Me, Rhonda.
Help me.
Oh yeah,
Get her out of my heart.
Little
Mhm.
Saint Nick.
yep.
Sail on Sailor. You Still Believe in Me. And Bacon rounded it out with Surfing USA.
Stay locked in. We'll be right back with more Podcast Envy.
You guys ready for a game?
Ooh.
You got a game?
I have a game.
I didn't know you got a game.
It's called the O game.
Oh.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah!
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've taken, I found a bunch of songs. I've taken the O's out of them, and I need you to figure out what song it is
Based on the O.
based on the
Wait,
O.
you've taken the O's
alone.
out of them.
So it's just the O. I've singled out the O.
Oh,
Oh.
you singled out the O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The person who gets the artist wins bonus points if the person can name the song. So this is going to be probably a two episode game. Like we're going to do 25 of them today, and there's 40 of them.
25 songs.
There's 40 of them total.
Okay.
So we can do a part
It
two.
only makes sense that we split in half.
All right.
Ready? All right.
Yep.
Here's the first one.
Taylor Swift.
Tim-
Trouble.
Yep.
2
Wait,
points
he-
for Tim.
What he said.
Do I have the yay and nay on here?
Oh, that was the goat one.
That's right. All right, you ready for number two?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to play it once, and then if you need me to play it again, I will.
Lady Gaga.
Oh, yeah. Caught in
Bad
Bad
Romance.
That's right. 2 more for Tim.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. We said at the same time.
Well, he got the
Get more
artist.
points.
You can only guess
The artist is important, Brian.
You can only
Oh, that's what's first?
yeah. You can
Well,
only,
okay. I thought that was the case, but
and then
you
a
said
bonus
it weird, so I
point.
was like,
for-
all right.
Oh, no, he's.
Can we play it back?
I'm going to have to change the title.
Yeah, we can play it back.
No, not that. What you said at the beginning to lay down the rules.
I said
goober.
You
Yeah.
can when you listen to the episode. You can listen to it and realize the
Find
error
us
in
at
your ways.
podcastenvy.com.
The point is to get the name of the artist, and then if you can know the song, that's a bonus. All right. So obviously, did you already guess that one? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's right.
Lady Gaga.
All right, here comes the next one.
Queen.
Queen.
What's the name of the song?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Hey, Brian gets a point. Tim gets a point.
Thank you.
That's a good ooh.
This is a good ooh. The first ones were pretty easy. They're going to start getting harder.
I'm sure they will.
That's
Weekend.
Weekend. Blinded by
Yeah.
the Light. Blinding Lights.
Blinding Lights.
Yes. Blinding Lights. Is that what you said? I heard.
Yeah.
You
He said blinded by the lights.
That's what
And
thought
then
you
I said Blinding Lights.
So who gets what?
It's
Well,
a
you
one-on-one.
got the
You got
point
the
for
artist.
All right.
All right, here's the next one.
Bruno Mars.
No. Do it again. Ludicrous. No.
Bruno Mars. Do you know
It
the name?
was?
Yeah. Do you know the name of the song?
24 Karat Magic.
Yeah. That would have been my guess.
Uptown Funk. Okay.
All right.
That was a
here's-
tough one, actually.
Yeah, that was tougher. This one, I don't know. We'll see if I'm pretty sure you're going to get this one.
Oh, that's Axl Rose, but it's
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, Brian got it. What's the name of the song?
Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Sweet Caroline.
That would have been good. I'd be like,
Oh, can you turn up actually the volume in my headphones? I'm having a hard
it's
time.
for both of us.
Here, yeah.
Here we go.
What?
Billy Joel.
It was Billy Joel.
What?
Uptown Girl.
Yep.
Oh my God. How is that possible?
That
Wow.
was pretty good, man. I'm impressed.
Tim, under duress, you're my guy.
All right, I have my moments.
Here's the next one.
Oh, that's Imagine Dragons.
Oh, God.
That is Imagine
First
Dragons.
things first. Yeah.
You ever see that real first thing, second verse, thing, second,
Third
and the
verse,
third
yeah.
thing, third? Yeah, it's funny. All right, here's the next one.
Oh, that's frustrating. Do it again.
Yeah.
Coldplay.
Coldplay.
Yeah, Brian got that point.
Um,
Bum, bum, bum.
Vita, Vita.
I'll give it to you. That's, yeah.
Vita, Vita.
Viva la vida.
Viva la vida. You don't have to give it to me.
No, you were close
I got
enough.
you. I got you.
All right, here's the next one.
Halfway there. John Bon Jovi.
Yes.
Halfway there.
No.
Living on a Prayer.
Living on a Prayer.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, here's the next one.
Oh, Harry Styles.
Yep.
Yep, Harry Styles.
And for the bonus,
Oh, it's just the way that it was. The way that it was. As it was.
As it was, yeah.
nicely done.
All right, here's the next one.
That's a good song. That was a good album, actually.
That wasn't a good album.
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5.
What was the song?
Summer night. Da, da, da. Oh, God bless it. It doesn't tell me the name, though.
One More Night.
One More Night. Oh,
Yeah, One More Night. All right, here's the next one.
I don't think I knew that, actually. One Republic.
Oh, very good. What's the name of the song?
Don't make me feel alive. Stars, something. Is it Stars?
Something Stars.
Chasing Stars.
No.
Shooting Stars?
Chasing Stars.
Isn't that what I said?
That was what you
Or
just
no,
said.
sorry, Counting Stars.
Counting
Oh.
Stars.
See, you threw me off. My bad.
I was like, wait a second.
Wait a
There's a darkneck.
Wait a second. All right, here we go. Next one.
Oh,
Bruno Mars and
Rose?
Rose, yeah.
Rose, yep.
Oh, wait, is it just Rose?
It's Rose, I think, actually. Rose and Bruno
Well,
Mars.
whatever.
Oh, Sade.
He got, yeah, exactly. Tim got that one.
All right. Next one.
Oh,
Shawn Mendes.
yes.
Yeah, Shawn Mendes.
You go crazy. Baby.
It's the next line.
I know. Something holding me back.
There's
Nothing
back.
holding me
Nothing
back.
holding me back.
Yep. All right. Halfway point. What's the score?
Tim 14, Brian 10.
All right. Still close.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh,
Justin Bieber.
Brian gets
And-
it out first.
And Skrillex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I should get 2 for that.
I mean,
E.
name of the song?
Sorry.
Yep. All right. Here's the next one.
Beyonce.
Yes. Beyonce. What's the name of the song?
Oh, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Da, 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 da. I don't know.
Judges? No. It's Crazy in Love.
Crazy? Oh, I did know that. Ugh.
All right. Here's
I haven't
the
heard that song in forever.
Oh, Benson Boone.
Greta. No, Greta Van.
Benson Boone.
Is it? No, it's Greta Van Wilson. Well, Greta Van.
It's Benson Boone.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. What's the song?
Is it Beautiful Things?
It is Beautiful
Oh.
Things.
Greta? What's it? Greta Van Fleet.
Mm.
God bless.
I can understand why you thought it was her.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here's the next one.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Yeah,
Right.
Alicia Keys.
She, on fire. She's on fire.
That's right.
It's Girl is on Fire.
Yeah, Girl is on fire.
Oh no! I thought Girls Gone Wild was done with.
I think of The Office.
She brought it back. Yeah.
All right, here's the next one.
Justin Timberlake.
No.
Can't Stop the Feeling.
Oh, actually, that sounds right.
That
Yeah.
is correct. Yep. Justin Timberlake. That was good.
Tim only saw that movie how many times with his kids?
Oh my God.
Here's the next one.
Oh, TLC?
Yep.
See, the thing about that one that drove me crazy was the guitar gives it away.
Mm-hmm.
It is TLC.
And
There's
what's
no
the- wait.
scrubs.
Yep.
Yep. All right, here's the next one.
8, 6, 9, 10 minutes.
Is that the Ying Yang Twins?
No.
That's who.
John.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
I know. What's it, Lil Jon?
No.
No, he'd be like, what?
Did I stump the duo?
Do it again.
One more time.
T-Pain.
Nope.
Will Smith.
Nope.
I love girls. pretty
Pretty
girls.
Do it again one more time. Come
One more
on.
time. Okay.
It's that beat that leads into something
Yeah, it does.
that's going to give it away.
Yep.
3-6 Mafia.
Nope. All right, we're gonna call time. Nobody gets this one.
Oh, another
Bruno Mars
Mars
again?
song. Oh.
See, I didn't know we were going to do repeats. That's okay. No, it's
I
good.
didn't know that there was a rule you couldn't do repeats.
That's a good one.
Did you establish in the beginning?
No,
Rewind the tape.
We should have got that. We should have
Somebody
got
refer
that.
to the bylaws.
That's 24 karat magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next one.
Britney Spears.
Yeah, Britney
What?
Spears. Britney Spears.
Wow.
What's the name of the song?
Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the one that we do.
All right. Here's the next one.
Sabrina
Dave-
Carpenter, Espresso.
Yeah, that's correct. So
God, give me something. Daddy.
Brian, heavy breathing over there.
last one.
Kid Leroy. And Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
Um,
good job.
hold on.
We do this.
I know.
Oh, no, we
haven't
don't
done
do
it
this.
in
No, we
probably like 2 or 3 years.
No, we don't do this one. We do another Kid Leroy.
Oh. Stay.
Yes, stay.
Nicely done.
Oof.
Good job.
Good game. All
Yeah.
right, where are we at? Timbo, the winner-o.
Brian with 18. Timmy C, 22.
Ah,
Man,
That was
beat
a
you
good
by
game.
4. That was a good game. Well done, gentlemen.
good game.
Yep.
Timmy C.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow, I got that one.
Oh,
All right.
Here. Hey, Bacon, thanks for setting up that game. That was a lot of fun. If you have any suggestions for additional games that we should play that are music related, please reach
Yeah.
out to.
Feedback at podcastenvy.com.
And if we got any wrong that you think that we should have gotten right, like maybe even the Bruno Mars one, please feel free to provide us your feedback as well.
That's a tough one.
Hey, did I tell you guys the new drink that I learned?
No.
It's called the Dad Joke. It's bourbon, Aperol, Updog, Amaro, peach, and bitters.
Go ahead, Tim. Ask him.
What's Aperol? Oh, Oh man, I go back to the office. What's up, man? Oh, nothing. How are you doing? Oh, did you ruin the joke, Dwight?
What's up with you?
Boy, it smells like Up Dog.
It smells like Up Dog in here.
Well done, Bacon.
Thank you.
That was a great bit of levity. So my parents and my brother and sister-in-law went to a concert recently. I think it was at Wolf Trap, and they went to see Paul Simon.
Oh,
And so they said he put on a great show. Played for a couple hours, played some of the hits, played some other stuff. And they really
did
enjoyed
Chevy
it. But
Chase make an appearance?
I don't believe so.
No.
No.
I guess.
Neither did Garfunkel. But there we go. I was waiting for that.
Yep.
But it got me thinking.
Almost
So
knocked down my drink.
Paul
pushing the button.
Simon, do you all know how old Paul Simon is?
He's
Take-
got to be
take-
up there. I
Take a
don't know.
guess.
70s, 80s.
83.
Yeah.
Oof.
And, we play shows, right? And we're, half that age. And it just amazes me that, and it got me thinking, like, between him and some of these other more vintage artists and musicians are still going out on tour. They're still playing. You've got Willie Nelson, who's 93, playing with Bob Dylan this summer, who's 84. You have Buddy Guy, who's 88, Smokey Robinson, who's 85, Bruce Springsteen, who's 75, Paul McCartney, who's 83. I saw him, a handful of years ago. He played 3 hours straight. No breaks, no nothing. You've got Billy Joel, 76, Peter Gabriel, 75. I mean, these musicians are out there playing into their 80s and in some cases their 90s.
So
why? I guess
so many questions.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I have a-
why is one of them.
I have a correction.
Oh, go ahead.
Actually, unfortunately, I just recently learned this. Actually, Billy Joel is no longer touring because he has some sort of degenerative disease that's affecting his ability to sing.
Okay. But as of last year,
But as of
I
last- yeah,
believe
last
he
year, I
was
think,
still
yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
So-
Do you think Elton John is going to do another farewell tour?
It just amazes me, not just that they're able to do it, but why
in
they
loving
continue to
memory of.
do it. Yeah.
Do you think maybe it's a compulsion? I mean, probably a part of why they got into what they do in the first place. Like as a musician, I mean, I can say for me, I love performing in front of other people, especially with the confidence of the things that I practiced and what I bring to the table. And, playing with you guys is also, just fun. I know that we have something great and I like to share that.
Sure.
Do you think that maybe that's part of it, or do you think maybe there are other motives?
I think that's part of it. We know the feeling of like watching people react to a song that we play that's our song, right? Like for somebody like Bruce Springsteen or, like that dude who knows that when he goes to these shows, they're going to be sold out. They're going to be screaming their lungs off or lungs out, your songs back at you. I mean, that's a great feeling. That's probably got to be some kind of this particular kind of high that you might want to chase the dragon on that a little bit while you're older.
But when you get older, don't you feel like you're a little more closed in terms of who you bring into your life, right? When you're young, you're like, yeah, I want to get myself out there. I've got all this energy and I want to do all this stuff. I'm writing all these new songs.
Right.
I want people to hear them.
Yeah.
But you get older, you've been playing the same songs for 50 years. Maybe you just want to like spend time with your family at the
Right.
vacation home,
Yeah. Just relax.
Or
Or is it one of those things that they have to do it because if they didn't, they
maybe it's
would
a
have nothing
contractual
else.
obligation,
But they would have nothing else and they can't sit around. Maybe
there's
it's
no other
their-
outlet.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they need.
They're tired of there's no gardening to do when the gardening is being done by
Actually,
Someone
Tim,
else.
you bring up a good point because people that leave the service have a very similar issue. They kind of lived and breathed
Yeah.
being in the Army or the Navy or the Marines or the Air Force, and now they have a hard time adjusting to not doing that. Same with people that are. There was another job that was at the tip of my head. Oh, when they leave football, a lot of football players have a hard time finding themselves too. And they,
Sure.
Is it like a sense of purpose?
yeah,
You
probably.
know,
Right.
but and you know, kind of flipping it a little bit, you know, I almost wonder, like, do they not care about, you know, like their next show might be a really crappy one, or, you know, like, are they not worried, especially in today's day and age of social media where everything gets posted, everything gets, you know, shown, like they put on one bad show, will that really impact, or do they really care, or they just want to just go out there living their best life?
I think if I were to put myself in their shoes at their age, having accomplished all the things that they've accomplished, I think one, they're probably personally not thinking as much about social media as someone younger than them would think about that.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think maybe that they're thinking about sucking in a show maybe to the same degree as this could be my last,
Sure.
you know? So
Yeah.
I might as well, you know, give it what I got while I still got it,
Yeah.
kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm amazed at their abilities at their ages.
Mhm.
I'm amazed at their energy at their ages. I
Baby,
mean, to
are
be
you
able
amazed?
to do, baby, I am amazed. But to be able to do that, I mean, because it's not easy,
No, it's
you
not.
know, even if, you know, they're sitting in a chair doing it, it's not easy.
A team around you will make it easier.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I was going to say. They probably don't have to deal with, like, we have to haul all of our shit everywhere.
sure.
They probably just like show up to the venue an hour
of
beforehand, do their
course.
warm ups and walk on.
But they've been doing that again for
Yeah.
30, 40, 50 years.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. My running joke is, you know, when these people aren't on tour for 10, 15 years and then suddenly they're on tour, is that, oh, well, you know, suddenly the well has run dry. I can't even talk. Suddenly the wells run dry, that they, you know, got to figure out where the money's going to come in from to continue to put into the trust for the children, the grandchildren, the great grandchildren, and the vacation homes and all that stuff. But
Right.
I mean, I don't know, truly. I would think at that age, for me, it would probably be a compulsion. It would just be like, I love having that, being able to share that, I guess. You know, it's one way to say it, to have the recognition, but I prefer to think of it as I like to share that I have something to offer.
Yeah.
You know, if I could quit all of my other jobs and all of the other things that I do to drive an income and just focus on music, I
Yeah.
would, because it's awesome. It's an amazing feeling to create in a way that I feel like I was born to create. So maybe that's where, you know, where they're coming from with this.
Yeah.
You know, and it might feel a little bit different or odd to us that some of the people from the 70s are still out there touring. You know, some of the big musicians from the 70s are out there touring, because most of the people from before that time died before they got as old as the people from the 70s
Sure.
are now.
True.
But, you know, I think in a broader, if you like kind of zoom out from just music, I think generally speaking, in a lot of the creative spaces where it reaches a mass audience, is a lot of rehashing old stuff, and not like there's a huge lack of new things that are commercialized the way that we're used to. Like when we were kids, the new rock band would come out, they'd be on the radio, we'd listen to them and we'd learn them and we'd go see them, you know? It's not the same anymore like that.
But why would you, as the artist that has created this music, there shouldn't be any pressure truly on you to make new music, really, because you've come out with, I mean, Elton John, didn't we talk about this on the ride home, on the ride to the show in Dewey? Elton John has what, 50 or 60 top songs.
Yeah.
And then he's got like 7 that were number one.
9.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to think of those numbers for some of these artists that are getting up there in age.
And
I don't-
that was sorry, Bacon. That was just the US charts.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
that's not even the European charts.
Yep.
You know, like it's just crazy.
And I'm not saying that these older musicians need to come out with new music. I'm just saying the new artists that are coming
No,
out
I
with
know.
music aren't hitting the same as they did back 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, yeah, I mean, apparently not. If there's still a need and desire for
Yeah.
these folks to come out and keep playing.
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting.
Yeah, I just thought it was a interesting point to bring up.
Who's the oldest person you've gone to see?
Paul McCartney, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Brian? Was it the Beach Boys maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Last year, I don't go out too often. It's the musician's curse.
Yeah.
We never get to see each other play.
That's true.
You know, because we always have the same gigs.
I think the oldest person I saw was Roger Waters from Pink Floyd. But that was back in the 2010s, so it was a long time ago. But yeah, I'm not opposed to going to see. Like, I mean, this is from a guy who listens to Steely Dan 24/7. Like, I understand being stuck in a rut where you listen to the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
But I would go see Steely Dan if they came around again.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. Great show, boys.
Absolutely.
How do we want to finish this one?
I don't know.
How do we normally do it?
I don't remember. I'm sitting here trying to think of how.
Brian, do you remember how we?
Podcast Envy is a production of Bacon Wave Productions in cooperation with Revelry Media Productions. Follow us on Instagram at PodcastRNV. Follow us on TikTok at podcast.envy. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/podcastenvy. Follow, like, and subscribe to stay up to date on our latest episodes. Send us your feedback and more at podcastenvy.com. A Bacon Wave podcast production.